Coming up, the most frequently asked questions by home sellers. Alright, question number 1. When is the best time to sell my home? I've got another video about that, and very basically, out here in Arizona, anytime is the best time to sell your home, and I'm not just saying that. Question number 2. How is the real estate market right now? Keep in mind this video is for Arizona. Alright guys, out here in Arizona, the market is as hot as the weather. I've said it in other videos before, Arizona is to real estate what Hollywood is to movies. Next question, what steps should I take to prepare my home for sale? Clean it. Clean it like you've never cleaned it before. I've said this in other videos. You've got to make the house look basically nicer than it's looked the whole time you were living there.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Next question, what should I disclose to potential buyers? You have to disclose everything. Anything that could alter or affect the home buyer's decision making, you've got to disclose that. Otherwise, you could be facing a hefty lawsuit. If there was some issue with the house, but you got it fixed, you have to disclose that. Oftentimes, those are good because it shows the potential home buyer that whatever that issue was got replaced. So it's kind of like new. So disclose everything, save yourself any liability or potential for getting sued, because we all know how people love to sue people out here.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Come on, pug. Touch me and I'll sue.
Okay, here's one pretty easy. What is the difference between list price and sale price? List price is the price you put it on the market, and the sold price is the price it actually sells for. Out here in Arizona, it's not uncommon for houses to sell for more than list price. There are occasions where it sells for less than list price, and there are occasions where it sells right at list price. But yeah, another phrase for list price can also be asking price. So sold price is the price it's sold at. Next question, how do you determine how much my home is worth? Very basically, a home is a home. The only thing unique about the home is that spot where it's at. In real estate, everything is about location, location, location. Scarcity, you know, there's only one home on one plot. There's no one other like that. You can get an idea about how much his home is worth based on how much the homes around that home have sold. You get a real estate agent, that real estate agent will be able to show you the data and all of the features of the nearby homes that have recently sold, why they sold for that price, you know, the features that gave them that specific home value, and with that information you can determine what your home is worth.
$1 million.
Next question. Can I determine how much my home is worth from an internet website? Many realtors will be like, no, they don't know what they're talking about, don't look at that, etc., so on and so forth. It's not a bad place to start. Check it out. If you like the number, or if you think it's like, whoa, that's a lot, and you want to move forward with it, you know, it doesn't hurt to check it out. Any good realtor, I've said this in videos past, any good realtor will be able to show you and explain to you exactly why that website estimated home value is either off or if it's spot on. So it doesn't hurt to check it out. Next question. Should I price my home higher to leave room for negotiations? This is an excellent question. Out here in Arizona, I would strongly suggest against it. Why? Because it's really hot out here. The market is hot. And if you price your home lower, you can actually start a bidding war, and they'll, you know, price themselves up, and you'll get maybe even more than market value. But other markets, like for example my hometown in El Paso, which, disclaimer, I don't know that market very well, I don't have access to that MLS, but from what I've heard, maybe it'd be best to price your house a little higher, because it is a buyer's market out there, and you may have to leave room for some negotiating down. But out here in Arizona, it's best to price it a little bit below and let the people offer it up. Alright, and our final question today, what are the common closing expenses for home sellers? This one is really good because I've dealt with many first-time home sellers who I've been able to get them a deal with no concessions, And when it comes time to pay their closing costs, they're like, what happened? I thought you said we got no concessions. The reason for that is concessions can also be referred to as closing costs or buyer closing costs. So in a real estate transaction, there are closing costs on both sides, for the buyer and for the seller. Sometimes to make a deal, the home seller will cover the home buyer's closing costs. There is no deal in which the home buyer can cover the home seller's closing costs. Out here in Arizona, it's very common that the seller does not cover the home buyer's closing costs because the market is so hot. I've worked with various first-time home sellers that were, I had to explain to them, well, yeah, we got your house sold with no concessions. However, you do still have to pay your own home seller closing costs. How much are the home seller closing costs? It will vary from transaction to transaction, but I always like to say about 2%. All right, it could be a little more, it could be a little less, but when when you're decide to sell your home, whatever price you have, remember there's going to be about 2% of closing costs that you're going to have to pay. So that's it for now, folks. Those are the most frequently asked questions by home sellers. Please subscribe. Please check me out, ReneSellsHouses.com. Search Rene Sells Houses on Instagram, Facebook, and all that social media. Talk to you later, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
My man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Now if you really want to make Stella happy, then click the subscribe button.